Hello, you beautiful people. Came Shabada. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, I am sitting outside. Yes, I feel a little bit festive. December almost. It's like almost what? December 21st. Oh my god. Uh, and I'm outside. The lighting is beautiful, perfect. And I just thought to make a video here. Today I'm going to be talking about this book. Manju actually reached out to me. She is a software engineer living in the South Bay, and she just reached out to me. We had no idea that we both are from the Bay, and she just reached out to me. She said that, hey, are you interested? I have this book. Are you interested in reviewing it? And I was a little bit skeptical initially, but then she introduced me to her content, and I was excited to give it a try. So the book is called The Money Lender, Tales from Small Town in South India, and these are like sweet, short 4 stories in the book. And ये मेरा first time है कि मैंने एक book उठाई है ऐसी that has short stories. It's been like forever that I've not read short stories, like a book compile of short stories. So the book is like 65 pages long. It's not a big book, it's not very heavy. I've rated this book a 3-point star, and I will go through a few points and let's talk more about this book. So the story involves this guy, the money lender. Usually ऐसा होता है कि we stereotype the money lender as a guy जो बहुत ज़्यादा greedy hai, and you know, he just wants more money and that he's a bad guy. But in this book, this money lender is a very wise man, and he knows a lot of people. He's from the Gulf. He worked his life, he's worked his ass off to be where he is right now, and he knows a lot of people in his town. And not most but almost all of the stories revolve around him, and he somehow ends up helping these people out. It genuinely gave me Malgudi Days vibe. It genuinely gave me that. I don't know why. I recently ended up watching one of the episodes of Malgudi Days, and genuinely after that I kind of read her book, and it just gave off that vibe. So if you're looking for something very light-hearted, a very pleasant read, I think this is the perfect book for you. Especially it's the time of Christmas, New Year, and it's like I feel like this book is perfect to keep on your coffee table, because it's just so small, and if anybody picks it up, he or she would read it through that quickly. The first story in the book is about this brick maker and his venture to finding this love of his life. I was totally not expecting. The first story ended very abruptly, and I was like, ye kya ho gaya? I was not expecting it to end like that, to be very frank with you. The first story was quite pleasant. The guy brickmaker kind of reaches out to this money lender, and this money lender helps him figure out his way of finding love of his life, and kind of story like that. It was very pleasant. The second story was about this professor and his wife. So basically ऐसा होता है कि this professor have been working throughout his life, and just वो काम करता है, and somehow in that process he fell out of love with his wife, and that his wife was also working so much that they never had time for each other. And again, they took help from the money lender to, you know, make things happen, and finally at the end of the day they fall in love with each other. And you know, that's just a very small story. I absolutely liked the second story. I absolutely liked it. It was kind of, you know, it was not very rational, or I don't know, of the story. I don't want to leave any more spoilers if you're planning to read it, but yeah, I kind of liked it. I had a sweet smile throughout all of the 4 stories. The third story is about this grumpy mother-in-law. She is in hope to search this badass bahu, and she ends up finding one, and that, you know, she overnight turns into this, you know, awesome sauce sasuma of all time. And it's just it's funny and it's just sweet is what I can say. The last story was about this cyber cafe guy. He's the owner of cyber cafe, and somehow he ends up going to Germany. Again, the money lender helps him out with this, and the story revolving around why he ended up going to Germany and then he got back very abruptly. So these are like all the 4 stories that are involved in this book, and moneylender is somehow the person who ends up lending money to every one of them, and the story that revolves around what they did with that money is what the tales are about. It was genuinely a pleasant read. It didn't what I was really expecting or hoping for from this book was it would make me cry ugly or laugh ugly. I know, I understand that it was like a very small book, but it just, the only reason I gave it a 3-star was because it genuinely didn't make me cry or laugh out like lunatic. And that is what I look for in a book, you know. At the end of the day, it makes me feel something. This book was throughout a sweet, pleasant, very light-hearted book, and if you're looking for one, this is absolutely a beautiful must-have coffee table read for you. I'm gonna leave all the link in the description box if you are interested in buying the book. Again, the book, I feel the price point is pretty good for this book, is what ended up making me, you know, realize that this is a pretty good offer. So I ended up leaving all the links. I'm going to leave all the links in the description box. I'm going to leave a few of the links of the author as well in the description box. Make sure you check her out, check out her blog, check out the Amazon link that I've, you know, put in, and let me know if you end up reading it and what are your thoughts over the book. I genuinely liked it, and I hope you do too as well. So that is pretty much it. Please make sure if you have any other book recommendation for me, leave it in the comment below. I will definitely check it out. But for right now, that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give this video a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And that's pretty much it. Until next time, you guys. Aujo.